Hi everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Let me know where you're joining from. Hi Natasha. Hi Barbara. Hi Jenny. Hi Jackie. How are you guys doing today? Hope the day is going so far good. I think for you, some of you, it's already evening. Let me know what was the best part so far in your day today. Have the afternoon lull in my brain. What is the best part so far in your day? My morning gratitude practice. I love that. Had a great walk in the park. Lovely. That's great to connect to the nature. The sun when I was reading outside. How cool is that to read your book outside? I found a cardinal nest in my tree by the front door. How exciting! That's so cute, isn't it? Did you see the eggs or the babies? Baby heads and both parents. Oh my God, that's so cute. That is so cute. I love on Instagram if someone shares their nest pictures. I just like it's so cute. I love it. Yes, blessed. One day I would love to have that experience somewhere in our house. Just give a moment. Have you been to this before, or is the first time you're joining in energy protection techniques or to my lives before? If anyone is new, most welcome. And so grateful to meet you and connect to you here. First time. That's great, Natasha. Thank you for choosing to be here. If you have a journal and a pen or a pencil, this will be great to take down some points that might be thought-provoking or things that you would love to take away and implement. And trust me, they're all going to be simple ones. I'm not going to share any complex ones, so you can use them. New, lovely. Got the end of a prior live event. Lovely. Thank you for being here. I've done this live a couple of times before, and it's always interesting what we all take back and what comes as a reminder to me as well that, I haven't done this, let me do it. So, energy protection techniques. I just did a podcast interview a while, half an hour ago, saying to the lady that I think this is one of the tools that they should be teaching us very early stages, so we could be a bit more tuned into what's happening and rather thinking it's us who's causing it, but actually like listening, noticing what's around. Yeah, that's the most important thing. So yeah, hi Bucky, how are you? Gemma, glad you made it. Yes, it's very interesting. Yeah. So this subject started off for me as like when I started being an energy healer. One question that my husband used to ask is, are you not tired? Are you taking people's energy? Like, how could you manage it? That made me think, like, at the time I was doing my corporate career and running my spiritual holistic work as well, and having two young children. So he was very concerned on my health and my energies as well. Like, as a Reiki healer, you'll be working with people's energies and cleansing their auras. So that was one of the major ones, like, as a basic tool to protect yourself, to look after yourself. If you are a light worker, if you're an energy healer, if you're a sensitive being or empath, or you work with people with close proximities, this topic will be very interesting, that you can take away a lot of things and implement it. If you're a nurse, you're a teacher, hairdresser, or a massage therapist, like, definitely very interesting. Even in the banks, like, as you meet your customers, or in the shops as well, if you're one of the persons that are at the front end with the till, definitely this is something will be you need to watch out for. So think about, like, have you been feeling drained, tired energies, anxious, or feeling sick, or exhausted after a particular day, or after particularly meeting someone, like, or having a tough client or a customer? Do you feel these energies? One thing is to acknowledge it. Or even meeting your friends, and you, instead of feeling joy, upbeat, good vibes, are you feeling low in energy? So this is where you need to think about it, yeah, or address into. Let me know in the comments. Have you ever felt like, body cramps all of a sudden coming up, lethargic, and feeling anxious, but yet, it's not yours, it's someone else, like, because in your life things are not that bad right now, but you don't know where this anxiety is coming from. Or you do watch news and you do feel like, oh, this is very sensitive to me, I don't want to do it anymore. If anyone isn't from India, you would know that, like, the news there, even in the newspapers, if there is an accident, they will be just sharing the pictures of the accident. There is no, at least into the local newspaper that I get and I'm home, is there is no kind of censor or a filter. So it's like totally upsetting when you see those kind of things. And we sit with those energies for a longer time. Okay, yes, many times. So yeah, so this is one of the things, is you are addressing it, and you are acknowledging this is what happens. I do feel that regularly. I also notice that people who are unhappy or not feeling well are attracted to me. Yes, I have to stay away from most news, makes me physically ill. Yes, Gemma and Jackie, yes, that's the sensitive nature of you. What happens is, when you are in a good vibe, think about you're like a bloom of a flower, and everything else being is attracted because they want to get the best out of you, like the bees coming in, sucking the nectar, the pollen, and everything. So you need to be making yourself comfortable and saying, setting your boundaries, saying who can welcome inside and how long are you going to give the space. If you have been entertaining the people for a long time, and all of a sudden if you have to put a boundary could be a harsh word, or drawing a line could be hard, but looking after yourself for your well-being, and you have to say no, or not now is the time. It's the most important thing, you make that a calling right now, and how to address it, that's the most important thing. People are only going to react as you react to yourself. And this can be not only physically, but also through the phone or through a chat as well. Energy attacks do happen, or through social media as well. These energy attacks do happen. So having that, what's right, what you're doing for yourself is the most important thing. Yeah. So think about, with these things, how we can implement the protective shield. So to have the protective shield, first thing is to cleanse our energies. That's the most important thing. So, without cleansing, if you're going to shield up, you're going to have yourself in the negative energies. So you need to let go, release, and then protect yourself. Yeah, so always remember that basic thing. Only after cleansing you can do the protection. So think about, like, only once you apply the primer or moisturizer, you can put a makeup on, like, and that will shield and protect you from the sun or whatever it is. Like, yeah, so basic is to cleanse your energies. What you can do is, again, some basic things are visualization. You can visualize your energies, your auric energy is being cleansed, your chakras. Again, if you want to take a step further, you can do a meditation of chakra cleanse, where you're imagining all the 7 major chakras to be spinning and being active as they should be, and clearing up any stagnant energies. And this can be done every morning. And literally, believe me, you can do it within like 5 minutes, and that's good to go as well. If people have time, definitely 20 minutes is what I would recommend. And by that, you are seeing yourself, all the 7 chakras in balance and shining their light as they should be. And that is your first cleansing done. And the other one is dry brushing. So you can do the dry brushing. Like, remember those dry brushes we have? We're supposed to exfoliate our dry skin, but also it works as a great tool to take any stagnant energy on your physical body or your auric field. Auric field is right at your physical body, to few inches to few meters away. Anything closer that you're coming in contact, your auric is the first attack of it. Yeah. Cleansing that with a dry brush is one of the wonderful, easiest techniques. Again, few seconds is what it takes. Or if you're a person who enjoys the bath, have with Epsom salt or magnesium flakes or sea salt. Salt dismantles all the negative vibes on your physical body. So that's where, again, you're cleansing it. So doing your cleansing techniques by these methods is first thing. And then thinking about, like, now I'm protecting myself. Protecting is like visualizing yourself in under a spotlight. Have you ever seen those TEDx talks or stage plays? You see that light goes around to whoever is the main audience or the main speaker. The light is beaming onto them. So the first thing to remember is the beam is happening onto the main speaker. Doesn't mean there is no one else around there, but you're dimming all that light and you're putting the light back onto the person. The same, when you protect yourself, you're not saying, hey, there is no negative energies, there is no entities or anything else. But hey, I don't want to focus on that. I want to focus on my own energies. I want to shine them. And that's how you'll be protecting it. Yeah. So spotlight, or imagining a light coming down from the source or the God's energy or the sky, anything that you feel comfortable with. Imagine that huge beam of energy wrapping you around from head to toes, and that way you're totally protected. And then you can begin your day to whatever you're meant to do, like, as a caregiver, or as you're speaking to your relations in the house who could be toxic as well, or you go to your work and connect to, and even online work as well, like, you're being attacked. So doing this protection and then meeting up the people is going to lessen and reduce the impact it's going to have directly on you. It's like, we grew up with the limiting beliefs, but these beliefs are not ours. They are projected from people, but somehow we believe, we trusted they were our own beliefs, and we are trying to struggle and overcome them. And now is a time that we need to shift and change that space. Yeah. Just like that, now we are changing the space of like, with the protective energies, whom am I going to allow? What am I going to consume in as well? So far, are you with me? Is that comfortable way to do? Any questions so far? Damla, hi Damla. All my boyfriends found me after a big breakup. I feel you. Good. So the spotlight protection is one of the first things that I always do it, even before I see my clients, before I go onto the lives or interact with anyone or go into the shops as well. Yeah, that way I'm reducing the intensity, especially at this time. This year in particularly, there is a lot of anxiety happening, a lot of uncertainty of energies happening outside. Even with your grocery shoppings, you go to meet someone, like, there is a lot of fear being projected due to whatever is happening through the pandemic and through whatever the news, the political side of things. Everything is being so much right into our faces. When you protect, the things are going to give you a little gap and you feel like, I can breathe, I can be in with my own energy. And this way, you're not muddled up with what you want to hear, what you want to say, to what someone else is going to react to it. Yeah. And so, again, like in case you forgot it, you can implement this any time of the day as well. Like, immediately zap into you the protective light. That's it. Sometimes that we are going out or meeting someone and I feel like, oh, this is draining already, like, immediately I do this in the car as well with my family members. So we are protecting ourselves, and write it on a sticky note, put it up on the entrance of your door, so when you're going out, you just remember to do it. And that's how I built my practice, by having these sticky notes to remind myself, because these are not things that we grew up doing it. So why not now change it? So that will be a great one. Sometimes imagine myself in the center of a circle, protected with angels, my power animals, spirit guides. It helps a lot of the problems that I don't always stick on it. Yeah, that's a great one. Yes. So if anyone is into angels, spirit guides, or circle of light beings, that's again another thing that you can do it as well. So this is a wonderful one. Definitely a stronger, powerful, simple as well. Ursula, could you explain one more time how to do spotlight things? Yes. So all you need to do is imagine yourself being in a light, like a spotlight, beaming the energy from the crown center to your toes, or one big beam of light coming down from the source and covering us from head to toe. We'll do, actually, I think, yeah, we'll do these, some of the exercises in a way of a meditation at the very end. Let me go through the details and we can see, feel those energies as well. So you can see, do you feel the difference or not? Yeah. So with the cleansing of it, I was talking about the salt bath, dry brushing. So the other things that you can do to cleanse your energies is Palo Santo stick, the smudge of Palo Santo stick, going through the energy, your aura, cleanse it, or sage, or rosemary or lavender. So you can use them, or you can use it in a spray bottles with essential oils of lavender, tea tree oil, or Franklin's. Mix few drops of it in water and shake it up and use as a spray around your aura. So your aura is filled with these essential oils. Essential oils are high vibe energy holders, because, like, think about, like, rose oil. It's a drop of rose oil is taken from like thousands of roses. So that is how strong it is. The content of it is the essential oils at the purest form. So when you do the spray, your aura is sealed and protected with it. So definitely the smudges as well, I use them. Or in case you forgot and you're feeling tired afterwards meeting someone, you can immediately do the smudge to your aura. You can ask your family member to do that. You'll feel a shift in energies. Yeah. What the sage does is it burns up the bacteria or even the airborne bacteria around it, and also clearing up the space. And this is an old tradition. It's not a new thing. There is a science behind it. It's been used by Native Americans, and a lot of traditions use it as well, especially with the Franklins used in the churches. Like think about temples and churches, they use these because so many people visit these temples. They need to clear up the energy. Usually temples where people used to go is with their problems or when they are at the lowest moment in their lives. And so not to get a hold to the stagnant energies, they would have been practicing it, and yeah, clear it out. I remember in India, there would be a group or tribe of people who would be going into the shops on a Friday and smudging all the shops, the cars and everything with Franklin's, and the smell used to be too strong, but it used to do the work for everyone, clearing up the energy and space. So you can again use it with resin. Resins, again, they are very strong as well. Do watch out, like open the windows or check your fire alarms as well so it doesn't blow up. So you can do that. And visualization, again, with the white light, you can visualize. So white light is the first thing that I tend to, but the other colors that you can also do is golden light or a silver. So these are the other high vibe energies. When I do this with the children, I ask them to imagine their favorite colors, because their favorite colors is their best ones, that they are in a high energy vibe. So again, do that. That helps you to be staying strong together and holding that space very well. And in that, doing that, you'll feel that you're not picking someone's sickness or anxiety or emotions or lethargic moments, or muscle cramps. All the stagnant energy is what is creating it up. Someone has got a story to tell about something that has happened. They lost someone loved one and they're so sad. Like you go there to console, but you want to be there with your highest energy rather than being sucked into their energy, not able to help them. That's the last thing, right? Where you go try to help someone and where you are seeking for help. So when we do this and help our family members or friends, we are in a much better place, and you come back, you disconnect easily as well. So Archangel Michael, as I'm talking about disconnect, Archangel Michael is an angel that I don't know, do you guys work with Archangel Michael? Do you call him upon? He's very close to me. I work very close to him with him every single day. I even call him as my boyfriend. That he's always there with us. I think we're going to do Archangel Michael guided meditation on Friday's live event, so you can check to know more about him. So all you can do is Archangel Michael, call him and ask him to shield and protect you with his blue clock of protection. He's known for protecting us, but unless we give him an invite, he's not going to do that. So do call him and invoke again. It takes only a few seconds. You can do it anywhere you are in your in the car park and you're going to meet someone and you remember, just do it there. You can do it in the kitchen, you can do it in the shower, you can do it in your altar, anywhere. It's simple technique, asking him to do it. Also, what he does is he clears all the stagnant energies, clears the cords that are not relevant to us. So think about, we all are connected with each other by the cords, which is the negative energies, which is the positive energies. With these cords, what happens is, say, like, somebody is praising someone, that's a good energy, but also someone is praising, but they're jealous about it, that's a negative energy. Now, it's very hard to differentiate who has placed a cord. Sometimes it's very clear, but you can ask Archangel Michael, please release any negative cords that are attached to me are not of highest good to release. By that, he's only going to take anything that is of a negative energy, low vibe, released off. Because we definitely need the blessings of the people around us who love us with the good vibes and everything. We don't want to release those. So always set an intention, only the negative energies are going to be released. By connecting with him, that's how you work with. Again, anytime you can call him upon with his blue clock of protection to shield us. Again, how do you find which one is your favorite so far? Let me know which was your favorite so far and that you can try out. Spotlight so far, great. And that's the most important as well. That's the favorite that I always teach in all the workshops. Yeah. I also use Aura Soma oils. I don't know if anyone has heard them or used them. These are called Aura Soma. This is the acquaintance, the Christ one. So you get loads of options in it, what you want to pick. What you can do is I just take a drop on my wrist and with this Aura Soma essential oil. Again, it's like a purest vibrational energy. Gently rub into your palms and smudge around your aura. So you can do this with these essential oils, or if you have any other essential oils, like the other one that I use is a rose oil as well. Again, a drop or something, gently smudge in. You can breathe it in, so you're consuming inwards and again like around your physical body as well. Yeah, so that's again like from head to toes. Remember, head to toes, you're smudging is nothing but like, you're just going through with your both the palms around and sensing this, the smell, the essential oil is protecting you, shielding you as well. And that way your vibrations are high. You're still raising your vibrations, not getting dimmed by things. Yeah. So again, essential oils you can use in a diffuser or an oil burner as well. That fragrance cleanses your home. Earlier this week, I was doing a live on how to cleanse and protect your homes. So that was one of the major things, like, burning essential oils in your home. It's going to protect your home space as well, not only your physical body. So having a place and away from the pets or young children, that's the most important thing. Do you consider Franklin's as a protector? Thank you for sharing this. Yes, I do. Yes, Franklin's is one of the oldest ones and one of the most important one as a protector. And it cleanses the energies of your aura, your space, and everything. And Myrrh, Myrrh, Myrrh is another one that's of a high vibe as well. I mean, all the essential oils, all the resins, they have their own strengths of it. With their purest form, but like most of us with the smells, the fragrances, we'll have our own favorites as well, right? So this is one of it. Yeah. Connecting with the nature. So growing indoor plants or having some flowers inside your home, that is going to inspire you, that is going to keep you protected as well. And if you don't have them, if you are going for a walk, maybe check in which tree is inspiring you. Go and give a hug or get a hug from the tree. That way you are what happens is when you hug a tree or when you're connected with the nature, anything that is draining you is just going to go into the Mother Earth and recharge, recirculate back as a good vibe of energy. That transformation happens. And also, a lot of people say, when I'm tired, when I'm stressed, I go for a run or a walk and they feel good afterwards. The reason is when you go out, you don't need to justify, you don't need to talk through, you don't need to explain anything to the Mother Nature. It's just there in the receiving mode, and that's why you feel so good afterwards. There is another visualization that came down as a download a few months ago. Is like you're lying on the grass or on a floor or on a bed, and the trees are wrapping around the roots of the trees are gently wrapping around and holding you like a hugging way, and that way you're totally purified and you're recharged. Just give it a try once, like, and see how you feel about it. Let's do that meditation as well. I'm just going to write it down. We'll do the spotlight as well. I think Tia, she was asking the spotlight. Yes, I have gone through that a couple of times. I wanted, I was letting everyone know that we'll do a quick visualization of it so you know you'll remember it. I'm just making a note of a couple of things that we can do. Thank you, Esme, for your donation. Glad you guys are resonating with it. And these are some of the simplest yet more powerful practices that keeps our energies going. So how about we just pause here and experience what I'm sharing? All you need to do is close your eyes and see it as a fun, be skeptic, be questioning, doesn't really matter, but just check in with yourself. How do you feel now? And after 2 minutes, how do you feel? And that way you will know, this is interesting. This is not so interesting. This is for me. This is not for me. Like, just question yourself, because these are what I'm sharing from my experiences. These may not be your truth, but you can always try it out and see how you feel. Hey, Monica, welcome. Perfect timing. We are going to do a couple of visualizations with the energy protection techniques. So everyone, close your eyes. I'm going to guide you through. As long as you're not driving, perfect to do this. And it's only a few minutes, not going to be my usual 20-30 minutes meditation. So close your eyes, get comfortable in the place you're in, breathing in and out. Breathing into your belly and breathe out. Your feet relax, touching the ground if possible, as long as they're not crossed legs or crossed hands. And being comfortable with your spine straight, head straight, and your body in a comfort space. Now visualize a beautiful white column of light coming down from the source at its high vibe energy. A beam of energy coming down, 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 and gently going through your auric field and touching your crown, your third eye, throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral, root chakra, going through your shoulders, arms, your legs, knees, and your feet, going through all around your aura, protecting you and shielding you. And trust in, I'm protected and safe. And repeat in your mind, I'm protected and safe. I am protected and safe. Now, another way to do this is visualize you are on a theater or wherever you feel yourself to be comfortable with. and there is a spotlight or a floodlight beaming its energy on you, just on you. Feel the beam of light falling on you from your crown to your feet, and you are beautifully standing or sitting in that circle of light. And you can invite your angels, archangels, saints, your loved ones, your ancestors, whoever you would love to have them, to this beautiful spotlight. Breathing all the way down and breathe out. Now, another method to do is continue closing your eyes. Visualize yourself lying on the grass. Now, you don't need to move, you don't need to change. You can just visualize you're lying on the grass. Sometimes, if possible, you can do by lying down on the ground, on the bed, or on the couch, or on the grass. But visualization is equally very powerful. Visualize yourself lying on the grass beside a beautiful tree that inspires you, that speaks to you. And visualize the beautiful tender roots gently wrapping around your feet, your arms, your chakras, your energy centers. And you're breathing this beautiful, tender, loving energy of the nature into your body. And this is protecting you, shielding you, holding your high vibe energy. Breathe all the way down into your belly and breathe out. Feel that energies of the roots gently around you. And whenever you're ready, you can come back and open your eyes. Let me know how you feel. So we tried the spotlight, we tried the beam of energy, and we tried the hugging the roots over us. Which one is your favorite? Which one would you do it every day? So peaceful, yes. All of them. Literally, again, this take only a few seconds. Yeah, my hands are burning. I feel the activated energy. That's perfect. If you're a healer, you're a light worker, you're an empath, you're a sensitive, how important it is for you to be charged up before you take care of the world. And this is the most basic thing we need to be doing before we connect with people, before we think about like, how can I help everyone? How are we helping ourselves? Anyone else did notice anything else? So practicing some of these things till today, over 12 years, I have never felt drained of my work, because these are the most important thing that I was following from very early stages or my healing path. The things that I thought these were basics, and I realized not everyone is being taught or being told how valuable these are. And yeah, till like, every workshop I try to bring this topic up and make sure we are heard. And it's equally important if you're meditating, like, when we are meditating, you're opening up your portals but you need to open them up in a safe place. That's the most important thing. Yeah. So again, check that out. Vanessa, you can check on my YouTube. You'll find a recorded version of this. Enjoy with your friends. If you find yourself in the midst of the energetically draining situation, which one of these would you recommend to do? I would immediately do Archangel Michael coming in and protecting and shielding me immediately. Any questions come up? Yeah, it's so powerful. Now, the other ways to do is protection is by crystals. I take it as you may have crystals. It could be any crystals, or you can imagine if you don't have the crystals as well. So you can hold a crystal. So here I'm holding a pointed amethyst crystal. Doesn't matter what shape, size, or anything it is. Small or big, it's not relevant. It's about like, because it's a part of the mother nature, they all hold some value to us. So that's the value that we are tapping into. Some would say, hey, hematite is great for grounding, or smoky quartz is great for grounding, but in case you don't have them, so don't get wound up with that. Start using with what you have. And if you don't have it, visualize you having one crystal. And again, your visualization is like setting your intention and trusting that we all are having these crystals. Hold the crystal and think about this crystal is protecting you from your auric field to head to toes in all the directions and angles. And by doing that, whatever is coming up is like a shield, is gently bouncing back. Again, it's not sitting with you, it's going back. If someone is throwing anger at you, it's going to go back and shift the energy. It's like, I always visualize like not going back to the person who is projecting, but into the universe where it's been created into a transmuted energy. You can do that. Some people love wearing crystals as a protection as well, or carry one with them, or hold it by the bedside or in their pocket. So whichever you're comfortable with. Crystals are high vibe energies, and they can shift in, change in as well. Yeah. If you have your favorite crystals, you already have a relation with them, so you can use it. So energetic boundaries will come in handy at this stage. Now that you're protected, it becomes easier to speak up your truth. So if you're meeting a friend who is talking about her breakup, even after a year of the same episode, it's like she is not moving forward in her life. She's stuck a year ago when situation has happened. We all go through these situations in our life that we repeat these old dramatic stories, and the reality has happened, but we are convincing about it that it's still happening, and we live in it. It's like a vicious circle of a toxic energy that we are building in, and then we forget to see the beauty about life and stop living the life as well. For years, I thought when I was being cured with arthritis with Reiki energy, I used to tell like, hey, I have arthritis. But one time when I went to my Pilates class, and it was a new instructor, I was telling him, hey, I have arthritis, I need to be gentle with exercises. And then it came into me like, no, I'm in my intermediate level now. I'm actually doing a lot of things. Why am I still using this excuse of me having arthritis? Am I still putting a hold on my life rather than saying, I can do what I can stretch myself. Let's see what my body can talk to me. But I'm already putting a condition of, I have arthritis, I can't do it. So that was a click of a moment that happened. So I now say as like, as a survivor, or in the past I have it, like, because I truly know it has its own place in the life, but it need not rule or define my life as it was in the past, because I gave it the power, I gave the energy to it, but now I don't need to give the power. So here is the same with the boundaries. It's our own boundaries as well. We need to define how we put in our thoughts into it, or people or emotions to it. Yeah. Having that circle is so important. Keep only what's valuable to you, and rest, release, and let the transmutation happen. And these are the energetic boundaries. When we start doing that, and when you have to rush to somewhere, and there is a person who is just chanting, talking about the same old story, you can gently say, hey, I got to go. I'll come back to you and talk. So you give a break, because sometimes, do you guys agree? You'll be talking to a friend who needs your support, but they're not ready to listen. And sometimes they just need a listener. You have done so much, there is not much you can do it. Now is the time you take your power back, rather than draining yourself as well. Because rather than helping that person, you could have helped 10 more people in the same time who are so ready to shape their lives. So that's the most important thing. It's not about leaving them at the edge, but you have given the best you could. And sometimes I'm okay to say that to my clients, maybe I'm not the best for you now at this stage. Maybe you need to find another therapist, because Reiki may not be always the cure, or Akashic Records is not always the place. It could be something else you need to hear, a different tone or a different way of being said, like, yeah, and that will help. So be okay to share that, but only when you are having yourself together, we can do it. And allow that to be your strengths, rather than like defining, oh my God, I'm not being there for everyone, whereas I should be, because that is how I was grown up with. But not at the low battery energies. You can't be there for everyone. Somewhere I read a few months ago on an Instagram post, you don't like everyone, so you can't expect everyone to love you too. So we're not for everyone. That's first thing. Yeah, but we complain that, oh, they're not giving me the time, or they're not listening to me. But are you doing this to everyone? No, we have our own favorites as well. And sometimes, yes, you have your own problems. That's so right, Gemma, that we need some time, that we need to look into our own lives as well. And there have been many times that I have been there for others, but when it came to my own, there were no one, that I had to pull my own strengths. But it's not about being upset, but also showing your own strengths, what you can do. But it's only when you can have that little light or a little tangible thing saying, this is how much I can do. That's all. Exactly same happened to me. Yeah, we all have those experiences that teach us, that define us, who are your true people, who are your soul tribe, and what is an extent that you can build a relation with them. So important. And that is what it makes us unique, to define who we are, what we can do, and everything. So energy protection, what also does is like causes some, when we are not protected, when we are having some people's energies, nightmares, sleep issues as well, or sleep talking, or anxiety in the sleep as well. So do watch those out. Even for the children can pick that up as well. Do check in with yourself how you feel about it. Where is it coming from? Sometimes you just know it. Who is that draining your energy? Sometimes we don't know. So when you don't know, don't stress about it. Just say, I'm releasing whatever is not my highest good. And simple as that, I would be doing in the middle of the day as well. Like, right now sitting here, I'll be saying like, I'm releasing any extra energies that are not of my highest good. And by that, I'm just dismantling as well. So you can do that. What can we do for children to protect them? For children, like what I have done with my own kids is given them a rose quartz crystal. taught them, like this will hold them, protect them. Other thing is Archangel Michael as well, introduced Archangel Michael to them as a protection mechanism for them, and they feel so good. And I have another thing is Aura Soma Archangel essential oil. Again, it is air conditioner oil. All you need to do is spray around your aura, and that clears up the old vibes, and my kids do that. And also tapping they do as well. They find it so fun as they tap in, and they say, I'm being protected, I'm protected, and totally trusting that they're protected. Yeah. And kids are so beautifully, they accept everything that you teach. That's the best thing. And I do introduced gratitude and a prayer to my children when I noticed that they were going through some nightmares from the school energies or stuff that I wasn't able to pick it up, what it was for them at the time. And the gratitude was helping them to shift what they go to bed with, in feeling more of like high vibe, good feel, rather than draining thoughts coming in. And that made them sleep better. Definitely, that's one of the things. And sometimes they do chanting or prayers as well. I heard parents become shield for their kids and protect them from any energy attack. Yes, it's good as well, but also giving that control and teaching them how to do is much better, is what I believe. It's like you can't be there with them 24/7. That's a reality. When they feel scared, then when they feel uncomfortable, it's equally important they can call in these things and do it. Big believer in children need to know these tools very early on. Even when there is a bullying energy happening, they need to know to voice up. You can't be there to teach them what is a bully, how do you feel it, and what can you do about it. Until they do it, it's not easy. So definitely having these protections will help them watch out what's happening, what's coming, and they can take care. And that way, we are not worried as a parent. The worry energy has been released because I'm teaching them the tools, and now I need not worry about where they are, whom they are going to contact, because I trust in the process they are going to take care of themselves. If not, I think it's the attachment as a parent we have. We keep worrying, oh, they're in the school, will they be getting sick? Will they be okay? Like, all that. But I think it's a natural tendency, right? And worry is, for me, it's a negative energy. I try my best not to. If there is a worry, I talk about it. I say it out loud. Hey, you guys are going here. I'm not comfortable. This is how I feel. So tell me what the things that you're going to do. And so I feel comfortable, and that's it. I'm done with it. When I hear their responses, I disconnect with that worry energy, and I ask Archangel Michael, protect and look after the kids. Is a great advice. They need to be able to protect themselves. Absolutely. Yeah, we can't depend, and they can't depend on us all the times as well. I mean, like, they might be vulnerable and you're not in a reachable place. What will they do? Well, yeah. It's like we used to have, praying was one of the things that we were always doing as growing up in a Hindu household. And I used to have my favorite pen that I would use for my exams. And I used to think, like, just because I had that my favorite pen, I was doing my exams so well, rather than thinking that it's my preparation that was helping me to do the exams. And one time I didn't have my pen, I panicked and I nearly didn't do well, just because I gave the power to that external thing. So it's about, like, again, believing what's inside. And that's where I love Archangel Michael or the spotlight, that it's just in your visualization, it's your proximity, you can do it. And there is other thing that I also said, like, shower, cleanse it, dry brush. So when you're having a shower, imagine that water is cleansing you. Not only the dirt from your body, but also energetic dirt as well. It's cleansing you. So again, these are all only thoughts away from us. Yeah, never give your power away, yeah, to anything. I know some friends would write Om on their answer sheets before they would do it, and that they will trust that the God is with them, helping them to write. And yeah, it's like the practices we take on from our childhood as a sentiment, as giving the power, but actually forgetting that we have that within us. There is that beautiful soul, there is a God's energy, each one of us, and we are truly are beautiful souls. We are all unique, having wonderful gifts. And that's the most important thing. How do you protect yourself from your own negative thoughts? That's a very good one, Ashi, because it's not only the external energies, our own things. This is the worst one, actually. For me, it took time to train my brain into having right thoughts, like, having that positive thoughts is so important. Before, I think I was mostly in negative thoughts, like, yeah, until I got into my spirituality, like, I'm not good enough, I'm not doing this great, like, all that would be coming up. But then I used to have these A4 sheets and sticky notes all over, like, I still have a couple of decals in everywhere in the rooms, is with the positive affirmations, and those are the ones that has trained me to shift in negative thoughts. And again, I realized, like, reading so many books, interacting with so many healers and soul tribes, like, we are all part of it. Like, it's not that everyone is perfect, they don't have any negative thoughts. No, we're all learning how to shift that. How quickly you can shift is the most important thing. I can be in my negative thought if nobody bothers me for hours, days, like, but now, like, I just feel discomfort being in a negative thought for a longer time. Immediately I train my brain, no, this thought, it's coming from my past, someone said it, let me disconnect it and replace it with the positive thought. I can do it, I'm able to do it, or I have the strength to do it. So depending on the context, changing it. Yeah, acknowledge and change it. And that's the most important thing. The other thing I do with the negative thoughts is, like, this is a technique I learned to teach for the children in school, is think about that negative thought as a football in your mind, and you're making a goal, you're just kicking it and the ball is away from you. So you're releasing your negative thought from your mind. It's like a fun way to think about it. Not only teaching them, I was practicing that way as well. I still do. I love that way. I need something physical to imagine in my head. One other thing I do is thinking about, like, it's written in a paper. You know that old PCs where the recycle bin, if you delete a file, it would go land into the recycle bin. And that kind of a GIF I imagine in my head. Oh, this is a negative thought. I'm not good enough. Let me just tear the paper and make it just crunchy and throw it into the recycle bin. Do that. And other one I do is bubbles. So imagine, I love blowing bubbles. So I imagine blowing bubbles as holding, oh, I feel this crappy today. This is some thought comes up, and I just say it out or in my mind and blow it out. So that thought is gone. It's gone into this universal energy. It transmutes back. Yeah. So I hope you like those. I just love to visualize in a crazy ways. But going back to gratitude helps me, but that is only because I'm meditating, recognizing that I'm being negative. But tell me, who is not feeling negative? It's we all do. That is a life. Like, it's not you're having a monk life, you're having a life on the 3D and 5D in between. You're trying to fluctuate, so you will be having negative thought. That is a societal growth we had, that is a culture impact that we had, like, and insecurities do come in. But it's all about, with all this being on the inside time or meditating, everything formations will be helpful, only we are trying to reflect and use it in our daily life. And then we feel, oh, it's just not me, everyone is there, like, it's all about how I change it. And believe me, I used to think I'm only having the worst life or the saddest story in my life when I was at that lowest part of my life. And then I realized actually, no, everyone had it. Everyone has it. It's about how we see, how we look into it and change. That's what it matters. And that made me like, when I started interacting with the Reiki clients, I started to realize, oh my God, my story is not so bad. Not at all. Like, when I hear some stories, like, not mine. And so that made me like, oh, wow, we all have so much inner strength. We can fight such a big wars in our lives, like, and this is all about the challenges, how we see it. That's the most important thing. What techniques would you use to disconnect from the collective fear and negativity that is so prevalent right now? Empaths sometimes pick up on. We all do all the time. Yes, this is one of the crazy times that we are living in. So blissful times as well. So because I believe we are in the collective matrix, all the time that I say of there is fear, there is that discomfort, negativity as well. One thing it helped me is to stop watching the news. It may not be for everyone, but that works for me. I don't engage in the news. Doesn't mean that I miss what's happening. I do hear from the headlines, or I do hear, like when I have my tea time with my husband, he would be filling with the highlights of it, and we just listen and release it. That's it. Don't sit with it, because we got a bigger work to do as well. There is nothing much I can do the way the media wants to portray to us. It's all about the fear base, like, fear. Yes, reality is there. Reality is never as bad as you hear from the real people. Through the media, it's always like 1,000 times worse. So one thing is that to release that disconnect from it, and then think about what are the good things that are happening right now. Are there any good things that really happening? So there are a couple of pages that I follow on social media, is like humanity ones, or some animal videos or something that cheer me up as well. So that way I'm looking at some good things that are happening. So somewhere baby rhino is born, that's a good thing. Like, somewhere a turtle, which is a rare one, has been protected as well, being taken care in Florida. So that's a good thing. Like, so there are so many things that are happening, but with this whole cloud of energy of fear, we are forgetting what's beneath. And that gratitude is the most important thing. So last year, asking everyone, hey, how did you feel with the pandemic? Connecting to people, some people said like, hey, it's the worst phase of my life. Agreed. And some people said that's the best phase of my life. I asked, like, why do you see that way? They said, I got my time. I didn't need to please people. I didn't need to engage with people. I actually had a good downtime. I could engage in with my books, what I wanted to do with my joys, my happy things. So much was there. It's all about, like, everything is there online. It's about what you search, what you get. Say I can search as, like, inspiring TED Talks, or I can say as what's happening in the world right now that will drain my energy, and you'll get it. It's about how we consume it. So that's the other thing, that you can choose what you want. It's all there for us all as a collective portal, but be wise in checking what it is. Disconnect from media, engage with the good things happening to the world. Thanks for that reminder. Yeah, gratitude, not only for the children. I do gratitude every night, every morning, of the things that I'm grateful for, my life and surroundings as well, like, and that helps us to stay connected to your true self, your true authentic self. Yeah, that's the most important thing. So guys, if you're having fun, enlightenment, or thoughts, do let me know what are your key takes backs from today's live. And if you're interested, you can follow me on my profile as you click under the live, and you can check some other meditations that I have done, and ongoing live events as well. On Friday, it's Archangel Michael. I'm going to do a meditation and talk about how we can invoke his energies. It's the first time I'm doing live on that. So you can join me for that. And follow, and there is a circle we have, which is Experience Healing with Srimanju. If you're interested, you can join the circle. We'll have some conversations there continuing. And if you're drawn to, you can donate. There is a button there on the top, I think, for donating, which helps me and Insighttimer as well, as I do this as my full time now, and sharing all the tools over the 12, 13 years that I have brought in with my toolkit. Like, it's like a Mary Poppins thing. You just open, you keep getting it. I didn't even realize so many things are there, but it's amazing when you're consuming, you're working on yourself. We all have so much to share. So as you, like, think about, like, what have you got to share, and start spreading that light. So let me know, guys, so far, what was the best thing that you're going to take away? But remember to practice one thing at a time, and remember that you are part of it, and make it a habit, and then change and bring a new thing. Just going to check my notes if I've missed anything. Yeah, definitely. When you feel very tired, very low energies, connecting to the nature is one of the best things as well. Having an altar in your home. Altars are great, like, just having a space to have a light, candlelight, or an incense, or a Buddha, or something, some image that brings a good vibe for you, that helps you to connect into the reality, connect with yourself, connect with the light in your own soul. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Emma. Thank you guys for being here, being part of this, and taking time for yourselves. That's the most important thing. So helpful, so much gratitude. Right back, Tiashi. Thank you, Bharti. So good luck with that changes, and believe things can be changed. And remember, it's all the energies. Energies can be moved with the right amount of direction we give to it. So if no questions, I'm going to take a break. So we'll see you on Friday. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Thank you. Namaste. Take care.